welcome back to another installment of Pokefodder, where I discuss AR and geolocation mobile games. In my live studio audience is Andrea Barber, ladies and gentlemen. So if you hear any noises on the microphone, that is coming from her. Or if I do any, that also is her.
How rude.
That's not even your catchphrase. In today's video, I put Bumpy to the test because I didn't plan yesterday's video very well. Additionally, we are going to hunt for Dodocevia, the legendary hybrid of Dodo and Dodocevia. Of course, you know, we are back at the park, and I have to say I'm pretty excited about this particular one. If I hadn't changed my mind, I'd have been even more excited about darting Dodocevia, and I better launch my drone just so this thing doesn't despawn and completely derail the video. But I'm not expecting this to be extremely difficult. I'm expecting the little target to be really small, and that's going to be the most difficult part, is getting the direct shots. But as far as a total, if I had to guess, I'm going to shoot for, I think I do like 250 on Dodo, so I'm going to go for 220 to 215. That is going to be the target that I'm setting for myself. Additionally, if you are still on the achievement of darting 3 legendary creatures, today is going to help you get there. Parallax is 2. That means that you only need 1 more, or if in one of the previous weeks you were able to dart 1 of them. It's been a few weeks since we've had a legendary spawn on the map, but for a while there we were getting them like every week. So hopefully this completes that achievement for you if you haven't already. But without further ado, let's get loose. Hoo-yah! I really don't go through that routine every time I'm about to dart something. All right, game on. The important thing is hit the direct bullseye on your first one. I often fail to do that on camera, but I think we're good here. Yeah. All right, so this looks just like Dodo. In fact, the bullseye doesn't even appear to be that much smaller. Of course, Dodo just in general is a small target hitbox anyways. So it looks very, very similar. This is going to be a really good total there. 236, so I eclipsed my total of what I was aiming for and what I thought I would get. And this is going to allow me to easily level up my Dodocevia to level 20. You also have the choice of Aramoceros, or you have the flyer. And I'm going to have to go look because it's Pukaday. I don't even know you look it up. I believe it's Pukaday. Also, tomorrow, Sunday, you're going to have the opportunity to dart 1 of 2 different unique creatures. You can do Meolania or Compsocallis. 100% going for Compsocallis on my part. As you can see, I'm already running it at level 23. I need 60 DNA in order to get it to level 24. I anticipate that one to be a lot harder than Dodocevia was today. I'm going to shoot for, I think if I can get 150 on that, I think that would be an outstanding total. But let's go ahead and level up Dodocevia. 40,000 coins being flushed. But now I have 186 out of 300 to get to 21. More importantly, I have 186 if a hybrid ever comes out of Dodocevia. That would be a super hybrid. I've at least started the process of being ready to create that. Once again, take note, because at this point I think that this has to be intentional. None of the supply drops anywhere within the confines of this park have strike towers attached to them. They're either special event supply drops or they are regular supply drops with no kind of tower attached to them. And I have not done any of the towers for Saturday morning, so that leads me to believe that they're not there on purpose. And I don't know if that's just a programming glitch or if there's a specific reason, because there's so much good DNA in parks now that you would think if people are going to be spending time in parks hunting for Dodo, hunting for Dodie, hunting for the crocodile, Parasaurus, that you would give them strike towers to battle while they're walking around the park. But this is the second park in a row now that I've been to that's not really the case. So your guess is as good as mine. Luckily, we can reach outside of the boundaries of our little circle here and just do a tower as long as it is in our bigger radius. And we have the Alive Strike Rare Tower. Yesterday, I was not able to put Bumpy through the test. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch this over to default, and we're going to go to rarity, and we're going to drop Bumpy in, and we're going to take a look at Bumpy. For the first round, we're going to put in Bumpy, and then we're going to use a lot of these new creatures. In fact, all new creatures. We have Compy, we have Dodo at level 15, and then we have Dodocevia at level 20 with Compy, just to kind of get an idea of how all of this works. If I can, I will go over how some of these flocks work. I'm actually trying to put together a video that's actual like flock explanation. It requires a lot of screen recording, a lot of editing, and that's taken me a long time. As you noticed, I've been putting out videos every day, so that means that a lot of my time is spent actually out recording videos and then editing the video, and I don't have a lot of spare time to piece together an additional video. But we're breaking out Bumpy first here. Bumpy has a swap in, and it's a swap in stun. If you are in the secure state, you have over 50% of your HP, it's going to be 100% swap in stun. That's not the situation here. And in fact, this is a really, really, really bad matchup for me, and I can't get out of it. At this point, we're just going to have to take our lumps. Group Taunting Shield Impact for 757, which is 1.5 times attack. Or I can go Superior Vulnerability. Let's take a look over here. And I think my best bet is to just go ahead and make Andrew vulnerable for a bigger attack. Andrew is going to be a fierce creature. Bumpy is a resilient creature. That is not in my favor. Maybe this will be in my favor. The cleanse, cleansed out the vulnerable, got the crit, and this could spell absolute disaster for Le Senor Bumpy, because Bumpy is going to go down like a rock through a wet paper bag. That was the effect of having a fierce versus a resilient creature. Just more times than not, it's not going to work out in your favor. Surprised I didn't knock out Acro there, but Acro is going to come back with the Chompy Chomp, and we are good to go for round one. We're going to bring this back and see if we can't get Compy to do a little bit better than the first time around. After finishing that tower, look what has spawned here. Now I'm definitely in a park, and Enki is a local 1 epic spawn. It is not a park spawn, and it's not a global spawn. So that means somehow, some way, locals can spawn under parks, which makes finding park epic spawns that much more difficult. And I'm just running a Gigascent just because I'm here. So, you know, you can only hold 2. You get 1 every 6 hours, so you get a couple a day. And might as well burn it, even if you're not using it fully. Just an interesting mechanic, because it's nowhere in the code does it say that whatever local the park is laying on top of is even eligible to spawn. So the data miners are kind of unsure as to why that would happen. I think it happens on a reroll where the game loads and then something will happen, like I came out of a tower and came back and the game reloaded and it doesn't see the park. It's just my guess. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about round 2. Let's see if we can get Bumpy to have a little bit better of a showcase. I'm trying to decide. Maybe I'll throw in Dodo to lead and then bring Bumpy in after. Since Bumpy has the swap in 100% stun, that might be the better way to ensure that we have a nice matchup here. I didn't even look to see who we're going up against, but Andrew is going to try to mess with our heads again. Look at that. Andrew is faster than my cunning Dodie. My Dodo is a cunning creature, and Andrew is faster. All right. Andrew's a beast. So we're coming in with the... I'm going to say, I know that Andrew has like a 40% crit rate. I'm just going to go ahead and say it's a 100% crit rate. And I know that that's not completely accurate, but it feels accurate. And if you guys are playing the tournament this weekend, you will concur that it feels accurate, right? Like that thing crits all the time. So we have 1 damage reduction. I'm going to go ahead and do a sack. I'm going to lose 1. I'm then I'm going to sack 1. Now, had I only had 1 of my dodos left here in the flock when I did that move, I'd be left with 1 HP. It won't knock you completely out. It'll leave you with 1 HP in case, you maybe want to come back later in time. What do we have here? We have resilient versus resilient. Can this be stunned? It can. So let's do swappy swap into bumpy bump. And this should be 100% stun. Bam. 100% stun. Working as advertised. And it's kind of going to be a little grueling battle here. 100% resistance to vulnerability, so there's no reason to do that. We'll just do the bigger attack, 529. It's not going to get us anywhere really quickly. And there goes Bumpy. Bumpy is struggling with this particular tower. I will give it credit and say that I'm not putting it up in the best situation to succeed. I will concede that. So when we go for the 3rd and final round, I will wait until I will make sure that they have a cunning creature. And then I will make sure and bring it out versus said cunning creature. Like I guess I could have saved Bumpy for Dakota Raptor on this one. I did not. So we will have one more try at this, and we'll make sure that we have a cunning creature, and then we'll make sure that we're up against it with Bumpy. So maybe Bumpy can have a good showcase, because right now it doesn't do good against Fierce, and it didn't really do well against Resilience, which it is as well. So we have one more opportunity. Let's see if we can get Bumpy to at least look good. The 3rd and final step of this tower does have a Dodo in it. Dodo is a cunning creature. We have a Fierce, we have a Resilience, and we have a cunning. So we're good to go. We're going to go ahead and lead things off with my Dodocevia, since it is a newly minted level 20. And this is a really nice matchup. Ooh, that's a bad number. I hope we crit. Oh, that's not a good number. Acro with the chomp, but look, it did not fully take out. So now we're going to go here. Hopefully they bring in their Dakota, because that would set up a really nice swap here for me. But they bring in their Acro. This would have been really nice to swap into Dodo. I'm just gonna battle here until we get knocked out, or until we knock out Acro Pelta. I just hope that Dodocevia doesn't take care of the entire tower. We should just probably go with baby attacks, huh? It doesn't even matter. Acro's down. We're going to swap into Dakota here. We're going to swap into Dakota here. That's what we were trying to do. And we got the matchup we wanted. We have group attacks. Look, group taunting shield impact, which is what you want when going up against the Dodos. Can Dodos be vulnerable? Dodos can be vulnerable. So I'm going to make them vulnerable. Ouch. Now this is a level 11 versus level 15, but that shouldn't really matter. Do I take the speed lead? I don't. I'm going to have to go with instant invincibility here. Reduce speed 50%. But Dodos can't be slowed? Is that the deal here? Bummer. All right, well, hang on tight. Oh, good. They recalled one, but I'm going to do a group attack, although I'm just going to go ahead and say bad matchup maybe, but at the same time, I don't know. I'm not overly impressed with Bumpy. I know that's blasphemous to say, right? But like, it just, I don't know. We're going to go ahead and finish out this tower. Rare, what is it, an incubator. waiting for us at the end of this. Let's see what kind of goodies we got out of this. Lots of good DNA in here, especially this 3rd anniversary. What a week. It's been really nice. Coins always needed. Okay, we got some Sloth. We got some Glypton. Gorgonops, could have done better on that. Hastigel Gen 2 is okay. So there you go. Bumpy being put through. You know, it wasn't the best showing for Bumpy. We'll just say that. Anyway, I'm going to continue to walk around the park and look for dodos. I'll probably just do 1 lap. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Maybe I'll find some dodie. Maybe I'll find some of the rare crocodile in the park before I head on out. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you are using Bumpy, let me know. Do you like it, or do you just kind of think it's meh and more of a collector's piece than an actual piece that you would use in the battle arena or in tournaments? If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and take a second to do that. And that's all I have for this one. So until next time.